The valley of death. Though I walk the valley of death, I will find to my very breath. The very last breath. The valley of death. I will find my very last breath. The very last breath.
Previously on Corruption Breeds Gang Stalkers, it was revealed through the September 14, 2014 Sunday Gleaner article, Fake Vets a Real Threat, by Ryan Jones, staff reporter, that the JVMA along with the Veterinary Board acknowledged the existence of fake vets in Jamaica. How did the article emphasize that fake vets are a threat? The word fraud means to deprive by deceit. So 1. Fake vets defraud the public and or their customers who trust them to provide honest legal services. 2. They deprive by deceit, that is defraud, qualified professionals of their rightful legal livelihood. 3. To protect their illegal operation, they introduce gangs in the community to vilify and intimidate innocent people. This was not explicitly stated in the article, but implied, and from personal experience of this writer. If you can threaten qualified professionals, how much more so innocent bystanders? 4. They threaten the health of animals since they are neither trained nor qualified to treat such. 5. They threaten the general health of the public when they treat animals that become a part of the human food chain. 6. They are a threat to the general public when they come in possession of dangerous drugs for which they are neither qualified nor trained to handle. Dr. Osbill Watson, chairman of the Veterinary Board of Jamaica, emphasized in the article that genuine vets can be identified by the roll or list of qualified registered veterinarians, which is published yearly. He also emphasized that a certificate is issued to each veterinarian, which any person can ask to see. However, as this writer explained, that corruption has enabled individuals to come in possession of fake money, fake identification, fake birth certificates, fake passports, which they have successfully used to their advantages. So, unless the board, in association with other agencies, educate the public regarding how to distinguish between a fake certificate and a real one, asking to see such may prove futile. The Veterinary Act is not the only legal document that regulates the conduct of the veterinary professionals. There are the JVMA's Constitution, bylaws, Code of Ethics, and Oath, which is published on the JVMA's website. This video will use information published to further emphasize how an individual can identify fake vets and how they are marring, uglifying, degrading, bringing into disrepute the reputation of this noble profession. Let's revisit the title again. Fake vets a real threat. Fake, as a noun, means something that is counterfeit, a person who makes deceitful pretenses. As an adjective, it means not genuine, not fact, not what it seems to be, an imitation of the genuine, fraudulent, having a misleading appearance. Vet in Jamaica must be a graduate of an accredited university that is recognized by the Jamaican Veterinary Board. He or she must complete and pass the NERV, that is the National Examination for Registered Veterinarians, and is listed in the Gazette of Registered Veterinarians. Real as an adjective means having verified existence, not illusory, having substance, capable of and treated as fact, not to be taken lightly. And threat as a noun means declaration of an intention or determination to inflict harm, pain, damage on another. A source of danger or ruin. A person who inspires fear or dread. A menace. While concise, the Gleaner title could have been reworded a number of ways. 1. The harm that those pretending to be vets are causing cannot be taken lightly. 2. The fear inspired by those pretending to be vets is real. 3. Fraudulent vets harming the public. 4. Counterfeit vets a source of danger. 5. Deceptive vets a menace to society. And we could go on and on. Herein lies a key point of information. If fake vets can blatantly, barefacedly lie about their own qualification, training, and experience to the public, is it any wonder that they can easily lie about others to promote gang stalking? Should it be a surprise that they can recruit community members through defamation of character and propaganda to gang stalk innocent individuals? They have conned the public regarding their own character. So it is nothing for them to con the public regarding the character of others.
There is a Jamaican saying, Jack Mandora, me not choose done. As some get it, as some give. What this actually means is, however the information was presented to me, I am presenting it the same way to you. I haven't changed anything. So just as how these people send their customers to parade in front of my property, whatever they do, I am presenting it just as it is recorded. Jack Mandora, may not choose none.
Join me now in the comparison of the written laws of Jamaica as it relates to the conduct of genuine veterinarians and the actual conduct by those who claim they are veterinarians in the community of Claremont Heights, Old Harbour, Jamaica. First and foremost, the individuals who are being identified as vets have done so through their own volition. They have declared themselves as such. Students that I teach have told me that they are vets. These so-called vets send persons to my home constantly claiming they are vets, and they have persons advertising their veterinary business. On Saturday, May 9, 2009, in the presence of 3 police officers, her mother, one Mr. Christopher Lewis, and myself, one of the female occupants of Lot 299 declared she owned and operated her own veterinary clinic. Subsequently, several students of mine have advised me that they visit the vet next door to me. A student advised me that she came to know where I live because she visited the vet next door to me. With the permission of her mother, the student wrote a letter on my behalf which was submitted to the public defender's office. If they misplaced the letter, I would not be surprised, as corruption is noted for such practices. I was once directed by a young woman by the name of Keisha at this farm store in Old Harbour that a vet by the name of Mr. Parchment lives on Andes Avenue. This was in response to the question, where can I find a vet locally? When asked if the person was a registered vet, the person was dumbfounded, said she did not know, but everybody knows him. So once I enter the scheme, I can ask anybody. Did she know who she was talking to? Was she a gang stalker? employing the technique of gaslighting? Imagine being told that your neighbor is a vet for which you were not aware of for years. Just for clarification here, let me explain the scenario. I entered the store to purchase something for my dog. I asked a question to the customer service personnel. She picks up the phone, makes a call, and hands the phone to me. On the other end of the line is Keisha. Now, I do not know where this Keisha was located, if she was in the back of the store, in the accounts department, or she was somewhere outside of the store. But this is where I was told, or where I could say they're advertising that they are vets. In this diagram, it shows where I was being directed to find the vet. And my house is directly beside that vet. Now here are signs of corruption. These people's names have never appeared on the listing of registered vets. The Old Daba police say they do not know of them operating a veterinary business, but they do operate a dog grooming business. On June 10, 2015, at a community meeting held by the parish council, the manager in charge of commercial business said they do not know of them being vets, neither do they know of them operating a business. Private investigators have informed me that there are no vets next door to my property. When I inquire at Bodle's Agricultural Division, a government entity in Old Arbor, for a vet, there is no mention of this man or his female counterpart. The proprietor of Lot 299 told me personally that he's not a vet, but any medication I want for my dog, I can get it from him. Can you imagine all of this? The parish council, the agency that should be guarding the Constitution, is not aware that the people are conducting any business, yet the police know of their business practices, and according to this Keisha, everybody knows. Students declare that the man is their vet. The man himself says he's not a vet. Mr. Christopher Lewis says everybody knows he portrays himself as a vet, and my plumber says he sells dog. Additionally, he tells me that I can get any medication from him even though he's not a vet. So, can I just walk into any pharmacy and get these drugs for myself, or is he being supplied these drugs from a specific source? This is so confusing. Yet in all of this, they're going out of their way to convey to me that they are vets. I wonder why. Why are they up in my face with this vet business? Let's pause and review the Veterinary Act. According to the Act, even if you do not say you're a vet, but you're leading persons to believe you are a vet, or holds yourself out as a person authorized or qualified to practice veterinary surgery, you are committing a crime. But then all of this could be merely hearsay. So how do these vets ensure that people acknowledge their veterinary practices? It would appear, for my benefit only, as it is part of the gang stalking technique, they ensure their clients parade before my property every time they are waiting to be served. Additionally, they menacingly watch my property. The following videos is a sample of what takes place, and in no way is an exhaustive list. They were selected randomly. They are not placed in any particular order or timing. Please note, I would have to do another video on the activities in order to give more examples. These videos do not even represent a tip of the iceberg. However, I do hope you will notice certain things about these individuals, whether they're faking it, whether they're real, whatever. I'm only presenting what was actually recorded. You will note that their clans seem to menacingly watching my property, as if the vet business is a cover-up for something far more sinister. The fact that they have clans waiting on the street and sitting on the street implies either their place of business is overcrowded or they do not have proper customer waiting area. The people have to be going all over on the street, and certainly this reflects a high level of unprofessionalism. Notice the abrupt stop before turning and tying his dog on lot 179's fence. It is as if he was heading for my green space. Now, could you stand and stare at someone or something for 3 minutes, 180 seconds, and see how long that is? After watching my property for 3 minutes, he leaves his dog to come closer. Did you notice his pointing to my property before the car even stops? Suddenly he leaves, but exactly 6 minutes later he returns to the same spot. "16 minutes later, I go to water a plant and check on whether or not he left any dog deposits on my green space. I then proceed to ask him, what is wrong with him? He tells me his dog has a bad eye and he's here to see the vet. My talking to him seems to be the trigger, because 3 minutes after he leaves and 5 minutes later he finally leaves the area. Imagine waiting 38 minutes in the sun on the street to get a 5-minute service. Notice the movement of stray dogs upon leaving. This is accompanied by loud noises. At 8:25 a.m., a yellow t-shirt couple with no dog enters pathway number 1. At the end of the passage, the female seems as if she does not know where she is going. After arriving to their destination at 8:34 a.m., they return with a dog. At the end of the video, notice the activities of stray dogs. This is accompanied with loud noises. Now, if you watch this clip carefully, notice how this man is just menacingly watching my property. He doesn't move from where he's standing until I appear. Then he goes and he sits on the sidewalk in the sun and stare while I approach to check my letterbox. Apparently he's working to get piles. After all, if you do sit on hot concrete, you're working your ways to get piles, or so my grandmother used to tell me. Now, the vet that they seem to attend has the same size front yard as mine. And you're telling me they cannot facilitate the people waiting in their front yard? If you notice, the man came in a car, and based on the side on which he entered the car, it would appear that he's not the driver, which means he could have waited in the car. And even if there was no AC, he could roll down the window of the car. So, was this man sent specifically to be stalking my property? In view of how their customers behave, you will notice that this is a regular feature of those who come to this so-called vet. At 12:01 p.m., two men and a dog walk across the open lot. and within seconds of reaching their destination, they make a complete circle by returning from where they came from. At 4:52 p.m., three men enter the passageway. One man has a puppy in his hand. After setting the dog down for him to do his business, the man raises the dog as if he has it on display. Before I could completely lock up my gate, the men returned with the dog miraculously walking. Notice they had originally passed this spot at 4:53 p.m. and now they are returning at this same spot at 4:54 p.m. Suspicious timing, miracle healing. A dog that could not walk, just by laying his hands upon him, he walks again. This video was taken on an older system. The cropping of the video is uneven, and so it appears as if it is moving from side to side. Now let's consider advertising. How do real veterinarians proceed with their advertising? Under the Code of Ethics, Article 2, Responsibilities to the Profession, the JVMA outlines the professional criteria for advertisement, which includes and is not limited to the following. 1. The function of advertisement. 2. Approval of proposed advertisement by a subcommittee prior to use. Directory listing, both white and yellow pages. What should be displayed in the directory, which includes business hours. Unacceptable advertisement, which refers to the medium of advertisement, such as newspaper and flyers, except in special cases. Display signs format, stationary use, and objectionable advertisement, and this refers to the content of the advertisement. So when a veterinary operation has none of the above and keeps sending people to your home asking for the vet, no, they are fake vets degrading the profession. They have no signs. They are not listed in either the white or yellow pages as veterinarians. They do appear in the white pages as ordinary individuals. Do you notice the time? 6:57 p.m. These people have no set business hours and send their cronies, I cannot call them clients, at all hours to harass you. Did you notice persons were on the street but the driver did not ask them? There are 2 houses before reaching mine, and they never seem to stop at any of those houses prior, or so it seems, which begs the question. None of these houses look like vets live there? My advice is to move along. Okay. The van was actually slowing down at lot 299, but as soon as I approached my gate and opened it, the driver sped up and came to ask me for the woman who is a vet. I simply told him I know of no registered vets in the area. What does he do? He drives off at 8:50.41 a.m. and returns 8:51.54 a.m. All he did was go up the road and turn without asking anyone and went where he had intended. Who is asking? Who is asking? Huh? So, and who are you? Who are you? And my question is, what is it that you would like?
I got 2 puppy and I just want him to tell me the cost and the shots and like that.
So who do you want?
I'm asking if this is the way the vet is.
There's a vet in the area?
That's what I was told, I'm not sure.
Oh, well, I won't be able to help you because if it is not legal, I can't help you. Okay?
I didn't get that.
If it is not a legal operation, I can't help you. Okay? Notice the car and the 2 men that follow. Observe what these 2 men do. The mistake this crony does is they stop and ask someone else. But apparently, even though they were given direction by the 2 males, the person still ended up at my gate with the intention to ask for a vet. What possible reasons? 1. The people who go to this vet is mentally inadequate and cannot follow directions. Or 2. They were preconditioned to stop at my gate no matter what instructions they were given. Or 3. The house they're going to does not look like a vet lives there. Or 4. They tell the people they're going to take over my house anyway through an extortion exercise. I have no other explanation why these people keep coming to ask for a vet. How does the JVMA's Code of Ethics, Bylaws, and Oath provide additional help to distinguish between fake vets and genuine vets? What responsibility do professional vets have towards 1. their clients, 2. their profession, and 3. the society that places them on a level way above any fake vets? How does the JVMA's term of reference of the Discipline and Ethics Committee allude to the corruption associated with the proliferation of fake vets in the country? These and other questions will be answered in Corruption Breeds Gang Stalkers Part 3. If you have found this material informative and or helpful, please do share and subscribe.